Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? My name is Sabrina and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything positive mindset, personal development, and just creating a version of yourself and a life that you love. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips of how to increase your happiness in 2022. And don't forget to stay until the end, guys, because the tips get better as they go. If you like what you hear today, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up to help out the channel. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, the first tip I have for you guys probably sounds really basic, but stay with me here because I'm telling you, like, this changed my entire mood every single day, and that is having a gratitude list. When you first start doing this, it might seem really hard to find things to be grateful for, but when I'm telling you, when you start doing this, when you start like tapping into that feeling of just feeling like grateful of the stuff that you have, of the people you have in your life, of yourself, your mood and your quality of life skyrockets. And I'm telling you, like, you just start feeling so good. And when you start to get in this habit of feeling the gratitude, of telling yourself, you know, what you're grateful for every day, throughout the rest of your day, you start to feel gratitude for like everything. You start to just feel really happy all the time, and you start to just be grateful for everything, and it just changes your entire mood for the entire day. So a lot of times I'll write down like 5 or 10 things that I'm grateful for, and it can be really simple things too. Like, I'm grateful for the weather. I'm grateful for having a bed to sleep on. Honestly, the best things are like the very simplistic things that we often will overlook and like take advantage of, like electricity or water or having a toilet. Like, those things that most people take advantage of, have gratitude for that, and it really improves your happiness and your mood so much. Or if you don't resonate with like having a full-on gratitude list, my friend Nat told me about this thing that she does is she'll in the morning just write a full page on one thing that she's grateful for and how much that she's grateful for that one thing. Either way, as long as you're tapping into the feelings of gratitude, tapping into that grateful feeling of just being like, oh my God, like, I'm so happy that I have this in my life, like, I'm so blessed to have this. You're like rewiring the way that you think, and you start to actually see how many blessings are around you that you've been overlooking in the past, which also just attracts so many more blessings in your life. Then when you're in that better mood, you become a happier person that people like to be around, and it just like ripple effects into every area of your life. So that is tip number 1. Don't underestimate the gratitude list. Tip number 2 is to really start finding things about yourself that you love about yourself. So many of us are way too hard on ourselves, and we're so critical of ourselves. Like, I feel like it's just natural for us to be so hard on ourselves and to be so critical, but that puts us in a really bad mood, and it makes us feel really about ourselves. And a lot of people really hate spending time with themselves because they really just don't like themselves that much. And that's like, you need to like yourself in order to be happy. Like, you need to love yourself. So literally start finding things that you like about yourself. Start giving yourself compliments. Do like some journal prompts if you want to, that you can probably find on Pinterest. I used to do this stuff all the time, but like where you write out just all the stuff that you love about yourself, all the accomplishments that you've accomplished, like, just start writing out all the stuff that you're proud of yourself, like, and just really start to focus on how cool and badass and strong and funny of a person you are, and really start to like cultivate that authentic self-love. Not like that superficial stuff, but really start to love who you are and give yourself so much like compassion too. Like, if you make a mistake, or if you are hard on yourself for whatever reason, for like being awkward to somebody, or literally practice like just telling yourself like, it's okay, like, I'm human, we're all human. Practice giving yourself those pep talks. I'm going to try this again, and I'm going to win at it, and I'm going to succeed, and it doesn't matter how many times I fall, it just matters how many times I pick myself back up. And just practice giving yourself pep talks and giving yourself compassion and finding those things that you love about yourself, and really just like exuding that self-love. When you catch yourself being critical or saying something negative about yourself, literally stop yourself in that tracks. That is how you stop that cycle of that self-criticism, self-hate type thing that so many people are caught up in. Literally stop yourself in that thought, stop yourself when you notice it, and then immediately break that neural pathway by feeling something really good about yourself. Think of a time that you were really proud of yourself. Think of a time where you overcame something that was really hard that you didn't think that you'd be able to overcome. And literally start telling yourself like, damn, like, I'm badass, like, I'm strong, I'm smart as hell. And start to give yourself so many compliments. Boost your own self-esteem, be your own hype man, be your biggest hype man. Don't let anybody else be a bigger hype man than you are to yourself. And that will really increase your happiness. Okay, so tip number 3 is to romanticize your life. And what I mean by this is finding like happiness and joy and like fun in every little thing that you do. And those, what's the word I'm looking for? Like monotonous things that you do, such as driving to work or showering or brushing your teeth, like those things that you have to do every day that can get really boring and can make your life seem really dull if you're just doing the same thing like day in and day out. Romanticize everything. When you're showering, like light a bunch of candles, turn all the lights off, put on some spa music or whatever type music, and just like have a moment, have a shower moment of like just enjoying yourself. When you're driving to work, put on your favorite music, jam out to your favorite music, put on a podcast that really inspires you. Don't just put on the same old radio station and just like drive to work. Like make it enjoyable, make it fun, make it something that you look forward to. Like take the scenic route, appreciate the little things that you come across. And again, going back to that gratitude list, this is a lot easier when you do practice that gratitude, but just like finding these little things that you enjoy and like sinking into that feeling of like, ooh, like I like that and this is fun and whatever it is, just sinking into like that feel good feeling really starts to rewire your mind and body. And the more you practice this, the more you intentionally practice this, the more it just becomes natural to you. And then it becomes like not just those days every once in a while that are really great and really fun. It becomes every day that's like really enjoyable because you romanticize every moment. You romanticize those typical like monotonous things that you have to do, but you make it enjoyable. Tip number 4 of how to increase your happiness is to stop focusing on your past. And this really changed my life. When you really let go of the shit in your past, when you really start to stop identifying with it and you realize that you can become a new person in every moment, you really open so many more doors of opportunity for yourself, and you really have such a more positive outlook for your life when you let go of all the stuff in the past, because so many of us hold on to these past things, and it's natural for us to hold on to them. It's for like survival mechanisms and for safety mechanisms that our minds and bodies want to hold on to these past negative things that have happened. But when we can let them go, it's like you feel so much lighter. It's like you perceive everything in a different light, in a happier light, in a lighter light. And really the most effective way that has helped me let go of the past is to do like inner work type things and diving deep and really like processing any emotions that I may have like suppressed when anything in the past may have happened. Really letting that surface, processing it, really understanding like why I felt the way I felt and knowing that it's okay. And again, just like comforting yourself when you do feel negative about something. And a practice that is really powerful to let go of the past is actually this. It's like an ancient Hawaiian practice. It's called Ho'oponopono forgiveness practice, but it sounds really simple. Okay, it might sound a little weird because of the word, but I did make a little video on it that I'll link above. You can click on and watch. But when you do this practice, you like energetically release these things that you've been holding on to. So that's a really powerful way to let go of stuff from the past, but also just know that you are not your past. Like our minds are so malleable, our bodies are so malleable, and we are a new person in every moment. We can be a new person in every moment, but it's difficult when we are holding on to all of these things. And also just knowing that your past doesn't define you, knowing that you are not your past, knowing that you can create anyone you want to be. Like if you want to be that confident social butterfly X, Y, and Z, like you can be that person. Like don't let your past define you. And there's so many lessons and so much wisdom that we can learn from our past. And if you've had a particularly tough past, know that there is so much growth in that. I know it can feel like really difficult and it may like weigh really hard on you if you haven't healed from it. But when you focus on doing that inner work and you process everything and you find the lessons in everything, like you will come out such a stronger, badass, wise person having processed and healed through all of that. You will come out such a bigger, stronger person. And tip number 5 is to focus on the feeling and not the thing. So a lot of us will chase external things. We'll say like, I'll be happy when I'm married. I'll be happy when I have this job. I'll be happy when I make X amount of money. But it's not those things that bring us happiness. Like it might bring us like a very short-termed like wave of happiness, being like, oh, like this thing happened and I have this now. But then you're just going to fall back to your baseline. And this is what so many people go through when they reach like high levels of success, or when they get that like relationship that they thought they really wanted or whatever. They do that thing, they get that thing that they think is going to make them happy, but it's never the thing that makes them happy. You have to work on your happiness first. You have to really create that happiness inside of you in order to be happy. Like no thing outside of you is actually going to bring you that internal happiness. And so when you're thinking about what you want in your life, what you want to bring into your life, what you want to attract into your life, think about, okay, what feeling am I going to feel when I get that? And then how can I bring that feeling into my life now? How can I feel that excitement? How can I feel that gratitude? How can I feel that love? Even if you're like chasing like finding a significant other and you're really wanting to like feel that love, create that love in yourself. And then it's like nobody completes you because you complete yourself. And paradoxically, that's when those things are going to come in, because you become like an energetic match to that. And also you won't be settling for anything because you already have that feeling that you were chasing. So it's like you aren't going to be settling for any kind of mediocre relationship because you're like just wanting to get love. It's like you already have the love. So it's like, okay, like you need to match what's a priority for me. And also know that you can literally create whatever feeling you want anytime that you want. And if you're wanting to do this, definitely try out my visualization meditation. I'll link it above. But when you really realize this, okay, when I realized this at least, it was a game changer for me, because you can literally sit here and close your eyes and create whatever feeling it is you want to feel. Like if you want to feel really happy and grateful and excited, and if you want to feel really abundant, and if you want to feel all the love, you can literally close your eyes. And I mean, it might take a minute, it might take some practice, but you can literally create that feeling inside of you. So it's like you can feel whatever feeling you want it is that you want to feel by not even having anything external. And I just want to repeat, paradoxically, that's when all the external stuff then is attracted into our lives, because we then become an energetic match to that. So really chase the feeling and not the thing. Focus on creating that feeling inside of you now and doing things that make you feel really happy and make you feel loved and excited, and whatever it is that you want to feel, do that now before the external things get here, and like really just love your life now. This goes back to my tip number 3, but romanticize the process to getting to your goals. Like obviously we want goals, obviously we want different things in our lives, but romanticize the process. Feel the feelings now, love yourself now, have gratitude for what you have now, and let go of the in the past. Okay, these things will really, really increase your happiness if you implement them. So that's all that I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Feel free to share this video with anyone you feel may want to hear it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.